So behind me is a local grocery store here in Egypt called Spinneys. Today I'm going to show you guys what they have inside and what things cost. Shalom, it's No Limit Eddie. I'm a 25-year-old American who's been living in Egypt for the past 3 years. And I've documented every moment of my journey here on this YouTube channel. If that's interesting to you, drop a like on today's video so YouTube recommends you more content that you'll love. So let's start off here. So this right here is a canned goods aisle. I feel like I never show these in any of my shopping videos, so we'll start here. Now, right in front of us, we have tuna. Okay, so there's different flavors associated with the different colors. This one here is a solid light meat tuna, and it is 69 pounds. We'll just round up to 69 pounds. Just read the price that I see in person. They're all going to be in Egyptian pounds, and then when I'm editing, I'll put the equivalent to US dollars so you guys can understand that. A small can of tuna, okay, this is shredded tuna, okay, a smaller can. It's going to run you, let's say, 27 Egyptian pounds for that small can. Then there's just different brands of it, of course. So that one right there was Sunshine. This one right here is AMR. Then as we move over to this side, right, you're seeing some different stuff. So Egypt has a little bit more of a modern approach to certain things when it comes to food. So this right here, for example, is heart of palms, but it's pasta. So for people who may be allergic or they can't do gluten or things like that in regular pasta, they can get it made from heart of palms. Okay, so they have rice, they have lasagna noodles, and they have angel hair noodles and linguine noodles. Okay, those right there are going to run you 114 pounds for a can. Now, then we have the things that I came in here for, which is beans. Okay, so when I buy beans, I'm normally going to buy one or two brands. This one right here, which is California Garden, you guys can see that. The other brand is American Quality. Now, I'm not buying them simply because of the names of them. It just so happens that these two are almost always in stock, and number two, they have a good taste. To me, the California Garden tastes the best, and then American Quality is second. I've also bought AMR before. These are okay. They're not the best. Sometimes they're not as consistent as the California Garden and the American. Sometimes you get a can and it's just, maybe it's burnt, or maybe like it's coagulated or something like that. These two are pretty much always consistent. So I'm gonna pick up 2 cans of California Garden today. These cans are 34 pounds, but notice how the cans are shaking, about to fall off. You guys see that? All right, now here we go. We got cakes, okay? Cake mix. So of course you guys are probably gonna recognize this brand here, Betty Crocker, but then they have mostly local brands. So this guy here, I believe his name is Baker. I think that's the name of his brand, and he's pretty popular out here. So for the Betty Crocker, the box, vanilla cake is going to run you 130 Egyptian pounds. Same for the chocolate, 130 Egyptian pounds. Again, conversion to US dollars are on the screen right now. These pancakes look pretty good, not gonna lie. That is 62 Egyptian pounds, and it's a small box, decently sized box. All right. Okay, now we're on the aisle where they are selling oils. All right. Now they have all kinds of different oils, from like mixed vegetable oils, which is what we're looking at right now, to one of them that I don't remember being popular in the States, but it's very popular here, sunflower oil. Okay, so a regular sized jar of sunflower oil, you're looking at, let's just say, 59 Egyptian pounds for a regular sized thing of sunflower oil. When you up the quality, you're looking at 80 Egyptian pounds for that. All right, now let's talk about seasonings. Now, when it comes to seasonings, you guys are not going to find any brands that we're used to seeing in the States, all right? So let me show you some name brands when you're here in Egypt. This right here, Abu Auf, is a name brand. They have stores all throughout the country of Egypt, and they sell everything, usually healthy stuff, seeds, butters like peanut butters, cashew butters, protein bars, dried fruits. That's what Abu Auf sells. So that is a name brand in Egypt. The next most popular seasoning is this one here. I believe it is called Doha. Doha. So those sort of more popular ones that you'll see everywhere. Now they have things that we're used to seeing, right? Like the flavors, basil, you got garlic, you have nutmeg, you have black pepper right there. So things that we're used to seeing. They also have mixes. This one is for fries, that's Greek, that's fajitas, that's Cajun taco seasoning, right? Now, the prices vary. I would say anywhere from on a low end 33 pounds. So on the high end, you can even be looking at like 100. But the reason why this one is 100 is that it comes with an integrated like crusher for the black pepper. If you wanted to know about noodles, they got noodles here too. I haven't eaten noodles for very many years. I'm actually allergic to pasta, so 10 pounds for noodles is what you're looking to pay. They got the vegetable, they have the yerk dirty chicken, they have which one is this, chicken curry. Okay, they got beef flavor right here. So they have like the regular noodles that we're used to. They even have the cup of noodle. And then this aisle is pasta. There's a lot of Egyptian dishes that rely on pasta, so you're gonna see that all over here. Prices of pasta, you're gonna see basically like around 20 pounds for this bag. Give you a price, size comparison. This is my hand. You know, I'm around 5'10", so now this is like my hand here, and it's a bag of pasta. Okay, 19 pounds for that. Nice corn flakes right there. They do have Kellogg products like I mentioned earlier, but most of the cereal, the vast majority of the cereal, are going to be Egyptian brands. Okay, so I just want to show you guys these. A box of Frosted Flakes are 305 Egyptian pounds for the family size, 244 for the extra large size. When you have these other cereals, they're looking at like chocolate puffs. Those are 55 Egyptian pounds. Frosted Flakes, which, you know, I don't remember there being a zebra on there, but they are a giraffe, sorry, are 50 pounds there. All right, so giving you guys a reference of cereals. This brand is pretty popular. Timmy's, that's a pretty popular brand here. And they also have like Cheerios and things like that. Again, I try to avoid Nestle products too, but they have those here. And then they also have their own brand. Their own brand, the store brand cereals are the 55 pounds for like a regular size box of cereals. All right, now one thing I want you guys to realize is like, okay, the initial move to a foreign country, yes, that does cost money. You know, the flights, the Airbnbs, and all kind of stuff like that. It will cost a couple $1,000s, sure. But if you are someone who stays in a country, right, and you stay there long term, your cost of living then is dramatically reduced, right? So the last time I calculated it, about a year ago, I was spending around $750 a month, and that was like my base level cost to live here in Egypt. So the question is not really like, can you make the move here? It's about how do you sustain it, right? Because $750 a month is not really that much money when you really think about it, but it's a lot of money when you have no way, when you can't work a job to get it, right? And so when we don't know how to work a job, or you can't work a job, that's where things become tricky. Like, how do I use my mind to generate income? By the way, it's Eddie here. It's super loud. I'm in an airport right now, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick message. For those of you guys who are like, okay, I'm in an airport, like I said. How do you travel? How do you do the things that you're doing without ever talking about going to work, without ever talking about having to clock in or clock out for your job or have to ask for time off? Well, I created a free training. It's 10 minutes long, and it's in the description of my video. If you always wanted to know how to make money online, well, now is a really good time to learn. Click the link in my description and put your name and email in and watch the free training. So boom, now here is some of the snacks and candies. So we'll start off with these things here. These are like fig Newton bars, but they have dates inside instead. So it's like a little, like a pastry with dates inside. See, here goes Apple Waffle again. That's like a name brand here. They sell everything. These are like, I think what you call moon pies in the States. You know, or maybe an oatmeal cream pie. Maybe that's what it's similar to. All right. Just so you know, these bars here are 4 pounds. You get 2 of them inside. So fig Newton bars, 5 pounds for 2 of them. They have Oreos, a 6-piece of Oreos. You're looking at 8 pounds and 70 cents. Just so I'll give you guys a full impression, right? I want to let you guys see how big the aisles are. Lots of snacks. Show you this side too. Again, lots of snacks, right? So right now I'm heading over to the bakery section. Now I told you guys, my cost of living was like $750 a month, and that's the truth, right? While I'm in Egypt. Now, the thing about it is, if you guys, the life that I live is a little bit more expensive than that generally. So for example, when I'm traveling, I happen to travel a little bit more often than most people, and then when I do travel, I stay abroad a little bit longer than most people. So let's say Egypt is my home base. When I went to Uganda, I was there for 2 months, and I'm spending like I'm on vacation, right? So my Airbnbs are of course going to cost more than my regular rent, and I still got to pay rent here in Egypt while I'm there, if that makes sense. If I decide to keep my place. And so my true average cost of living on a monthly basis, if I really average it out, is going to be more than $750. But if you're someone who just has a family, you just want to move out of America to stay in one place, the cost of living gets dramatically reduced. All right, so they do make fresh baked breads. So all these breads baked fresh. I think this is 4 breads. You're going to be spending 35 Egyptian pounds for that. But yeah, this is a fresh bread section. Rich Bake is the most popular bread brand here. And then they also have this other one called Damfi Breadway. I've never had this brand before, but it is very popular. They have cookies, or kind of like treats, sweet bakery goods, kind of like croissant style breads. Of course, you guys can see these are cakes. They don't look too great today, but these are cakes here, marble cake. This is what's in my cart so far. So I got my beans and I got my water. So these waters they're now like 7 pounds. When I first got to Egypt, they used to be 5 pounds. So inflation is reaching Egypt as well. But it just so happens that the US dollar is much stronger here. So it doesn't, when it affects me, it actually makes it more positive for me than negative, if that makes sense. Pampers, they have that brand here. You get 96 diapers for 700 Egyptian pounds right there. All right. They have some more diapers. This, I believe, is an Egyptian brand. Correct me if I'm wrong. Malfix. You get 58 diapers for $369. All right, that's a jumbo economy joint. More diapers and stuff like that. Right on over this side. You got baby wipes. So you're looking at 56 pounds. 56 pounds for 80 wipes. Let me know how this compares to the States. I haven't been to the States for about 3 years, so I don't even know what the things are hitting for and not hitting for. I'm just so used to living on this side of the world. So my whole economy now is kind of based on Egypt. So I'm like, man, this would be so much cheaper in Egypt when I'm in other places. So this is kind of my home base. So I don't even know what things cost anymore, right? They also sell all these other things here. Like I said, Spinneys is quite similar to a Wally. You know, Walmart, Sears. If you guys remember Sears back in the day, but Sears didn't have groceries, so Walmart is more accurate. Maybe nowadays Targets. I was a Target bull. I didn't really go to Walmart. There's not very many in LA. But all this kind of stuff, vacuums and microwaves. Microwaves are really not that common in Africa, if I'm being real with you. Most people don't have microwaves. A lot of people haven't even used microwaves. People don't even really use ovens. You know, when I was in Uganda, there was 2 women that I knew who literally I had to show them how to use an oven. So they're used to using like the other things that are like sitting on the floor and it's like a gas canister. So yes, people definitely don't have microwaves. They got cakes right here. All right, some more like an Egyptian style cakes. I'm not a fan of these style of cakes, but you may be. All right, they got lunch meats right here, sandwich meats and all kind of stuff. Okay, boom, then you got the cheese. So Egypt, one of the things I like about Egypt is they have a large cheese selection, which most countries that I've been to, from Thailand to Uganda to Tanzania, they have very little bit selection of cheese, and the cheese is not that good. So Egypt is one of the few countries that had good cheese, and Turkey had good cheese too. All right, but this is all cheese, and they sell it based off of the grams. So again, like 1,000 grams will be like 1 kilo. 1 kilo is 2.2 pounds. So you can get a reference to that. And hopefully you guys can see the names. So if you guys are wondering what the cheeses are, pause the video if you really need to do extracurricular work. But they got everything. This is nice. And then you have like the more local cheeses. So this would be like cottage cheese. And then feta cheese sometimes. So this right here, let me see. That one right there is feta cheese right there. 114 Egyptian pounds for I think like 1 brick of it, or it might be a kilo. I'm not sure. They had these other ones, lebnas. Now let me go and get my thumbnail, okay? Let me come here. Yes, I need to get out a piece of eggs. Yeah, get me. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna grab my thumbnail with the eggs right here. So many people will look at me like crazy and stare at me when I'm filming these videos. So I think that's another reason why I'm always saying ums and uhs, because it gets awkward. However, let me go ahead and grab this thumbnail. I need to grab 2 in the store and 1 outside, but I'll catch you guys, I guess, at the checkout line. All right, so now it's checkout time, guys. Putting my items up here. You feel me? That's really all I need. They're gonna come here, check me out. They're gonna let me know how much the price is. 97 pounds. I want to pay with Visa. So then you can pay with your card. You don't have to pay with cash here. All the stuff is in my bag now. This is like my main motorcycle riding bag. So I do have a motorcycle here in Egypt. And when I buy stuff, I'll put it in my bag and I carry it home that way. All right, so that's how I get around and things like that out here. But that's going to conclude today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, definitely leave a like on it. If there's something you feel like I missed or didn't show you inside the video, let me know. And I can always try to come and do another grocery shopping video for you. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all willing. Shalom.